Yo, what's Gucci, y'all? So let's get right into it. Okay, why I quit my sales job. So I started the YouTube channel talking about finance, talking about trading and shit like that. Niggas don't give a fuck about that. So I do like to travel. So when I was traveling overseas, I was working for better.com. I got fired because they wanted to QA non-sales calls and they wanted you to read this checklist of bullshit. And my mentality was just like, yo, if I'm selling, I'm hitting the target, I'm hitting the quota, like leave me the fuck alone. So I would get into it with the supervisor. So they got fed up with my shit. So they wanted me to sign this plan, like, oh, you gotta improve your QA scores. Or we gonna fire you type shit. So like I've like logged off after the meeting and shit like that. And then like I have flew back from fucking Pattaya to London. And then I worked a couple of days, and then when I went back, got a couple of sales. Cause that's what I do. I sell, you know what I'm saying? And we were selling urology supplies, and I got fired that afternoon. They went to the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I had to come back to the United States and shit. So I've been working security. I took the summer off. I did the unemployment thing for a little bit. 2022 and then 2023, and then I did the unemployment thing for 2022 up until like September. I got my security license, so I was doing that for a little bit. Wanted to get back in sales because I was doing event security and shit like that. So I got a job at Care.com doing pretty much marketing solutions. And it was just like, yo, I can't work for nobody else selling. And I'm like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? You want a schedule, managers get to talk to you crazy, you know what I mean? And then like, I'm the type of motherfucker, I got the experience. Motherfuckers still listen to the pitch and shit like that, but like when it comes to like the objections, people were like, oh, I gotta, they're like, you talk to the director, but you never know, they might have an owner, other administrator, like, oh, I gotta talk to this person, I gotta talk to that person. And our commission schedule was every 2 weeks. So I had got the sense that like, yo, I ain't gonna be able to, make the $100,000 that these motherfuckers is promising and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna quit early and shit like that, I know a lot of the motivational speakers don't want to hear this shit, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I'm a lying ass motherfucker on a state and the federal level, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I feel, I get a sense of relief just being honest and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I quit, dipped out at lunch, going back to the security gig. Hit one of the supervisors up this morning, be like, yo, son, can I get back on the schedule on Monday? I'm actually working today, in the city or whatever, today and tomorrow. So I'm just like, yo, I just was like, because obviously, like with this new company, they pretty much threaten to fire motherfuckers. Like, oh yeah, to graduate from training, you gotta get 5 sales, and these niggas, really, they be like, yo, you gotta get 2 sales in 5 locations, but that's 5 sales, because if each sale is 1 location, because some daycare centers got multiple locations, you know what I'm saying? But some daycare centers, it's just them. It's just the mom and pop. They just got 1 location, so it just depends. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm not, because they do the commission breakdown every 2 weeks. So like, if you gotta wait for motherfuckers, you really gotta get a sell a day. So it's hard sometimes to get a 1 call close if motherfuckers is like, yo, I'm the director, but I gotta touch base with the owner. You know what I'm saying? We're like, yo, I don't got time for this. I'm trying to get this $2,000 check, which a small percentage of people hit. You know what I'm saying? So I've had a lot of different sales jobs. You know what I'm saying? I sold mattresses. I sold Medicare. You know what I'm saying? I did the credit repair. I sold cars. I've done inside sales for different marketplaces. I work for Worthy. I sold advertising. You know what I'm saying? So I've done really well, like doing the at Worthy, for like it's a marketplace for engagement rings. Done the road there. I killed it at Medicare sales. I was solid at Yelp when I was actually focused because motherfuckers was playing around trying to fucking be all in bitches' faces and shit for a little bit. You know what I mean? And then where else? I've done the credit cards. Credit cards. I worked for C Capital. And we would do the credit cards for startup businesses and shit like that. So I was the man there. So I've been a top rep at certain places, but it's still like sometimes when I sold Medicare, I was unhappy and shit like that. And I was like AEP selling, 11 enrollments, 8 enrollments a day. Like I was, second rep in the in our whole like division type shit. This one chick, she was a beast. She was selling more than me and shit like that. But I was number 2, but I was number 1 on the team. You know what I mean? So it's just like I need to like sell for myself. I always been selling for other motherfuckers, and it was just like, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the stress. Because, obviously, a motherfucker like the remote lifestyle. A nigga want to get back on the road. You know what I'm saying? I got a Venezuela chick waiting for a nigga in Medellin. But, yeah, so, I quit last week. So, I'm not going to be doing the Brazil thing no time soon. I got to get this next hustle going. So, I'm in the point where I got to figure out what's the next move for me. Financially and stuff like that, but I'm in a position where so I can quit my job because I had to. The barbershop, my barber that I go to and shit in the boogie down, he was just like, "You want to have 2 jobs, da da da." And then like one of my homegirls had texted me, she was like, "Did you quit yet?" And like so sometimes if you don't have to, like, the security gig is one of those spots where it's like, you don't gotta quit. So it's just like one of those things. You just don't gotta be on the schedule. So you can always dip your toe into one thing and like see if you like the culture, see if you like the fit, and then go back. You know what I'm saying? And I could have actually worked there longer and still I could have as long as to be security, you gotta have a license and shit like that. So I'm Gucci. I don't gotta do my annual until until later on. I think until next year or some shit. I might have to do an annual before December, but I'm good right now. So I was able to be like, nah, this is not for me. This ain't it. You know what I mean? I turned down other sales interviews for this gig because it was 100% remote, and a motherfucker I'm addicted to that lifestyle, that laptop lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know. I'm like the 1% of motherfuckers who got the chance to fucking work abroad and do that. A lot of people don't even be thinking like that shit. You know what I mean? They do the relationship thing, they do the kids thing and shit. They get the homeowner thing. So, you know what I'm saying? Cahoots to them, but you know what I'm saying? I was out. But one of the things was, for what people don't tell you about nomads, who I was doing a call center thing, and if you in Europe or you Asia, if you in Europe, you working second shift. If you're in Asia, you're working overnights. So really, I only got the weekend. So I need to make some money, so to the point where I can enjoy the evenings, enjoy it during the days and stuff like that. So next time I go abroad, I gotta be on some vacation mode, because I want to do the museum thing. I kind of want to go out and find one of these hoes that's gonna love a nigga. I want to get married to somebody in Europe. Facts. Some of my fucking friends be like, especially my black girls that's friends, like, yo, why you love the white girls? But nah, I want to marry a black chick with a fucking British accent. Yeah, but I won't drag on. I don't know how long this shit is yet, and so I click off on the thing. But I quit the gig, and I guess I'm retired from the sales game. All right, gang, 1.